Hello everyone, I am Durga Saujanya, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, MLR Institute of Technology. I am going to give the video lectures for the subject Embedded System Design. Our today's topic is Interfacing of DC motor. So here comes under Unit 2, and here in the overview of today's session, first we are going to discuss about the summary of previous session. So in the previous session we have discussed what are the input and output devices connected to our embedded processor, so which is called as core of embedded system. So what are the different types of input devices, what are the different types of output devices, and how can we interface different devices with the microcontroller or embedded processor. So in today's session we are going to discuss about the DC motor and what is the DC motor driver and how can we interface the DC motor with our 8051 microcontroller, so using this motor driver. So first, DC motor. So what is meant by motor? So motor is used for converting electrical energy to mechanical energy. So motor is nothing but it is used for converting the electrical energy into mechanical energy. So it can be using the power supply of 5 volts and it can produce the current of 15 milliamperes. So that means the much more current will be developed by this DC motor. So when we are giving only plus 5 volts power supply to this motor, it can develop up to 15 milliamperes. So if we can use the higher voltages than this 5 volts, which are the 6 volts, 12 volts or 24 volts. So the current which is developed by this DC motor will be very high. So that here we need to notice one point, which is the back EMF produced by the motor will also affect the microcontroller. So when we are going for the higher voltages, so then the current drawn by the motor will be more. So that is one point. And another one is the back EMF produced by the motor may affect the working of microcontroller. So because it will reverse the direction of the controller and hence it will damage the controller. So therefore with these reasons we cannot connect directly the DC motor with the microcontroller. So here to overcome these problems we need to use a motor driver in between the DC motor and 8051 microcontroller. Here we need to use one driver which is called as motor driver L293D, which is the motor driver. So this is used in between the DC motor and the 8051 microcontroller. So then it will not cause any damage to the microcontroller. So this motor driver will be used as an amplifier, so which will take the low current signal and gives the high current signal, so which is used for driving the DC motor. Here the low current will be developed by the microcontroller and high current will be enabled by the DC motor. So for converting from low current from the microcontroller to the high current which is required for DC motor, here this motor driver will consist of an amplifier which improves the current developed by the microcontroller to a level which is used by the DC motor. So here it takes a low current signal and it gives high current signal which can be used to drive the motor. So it will also use it for controlling the direction of the motor. So here this is the L293D driver IC. So in this we have different types of inputs and outputs. So here it provides a bidirectional way of connecting. So which means it can drive the currents up to 600 milliamperes from 4.5 volts to 36 volts. So it can be operated from 4.5 volts to 36 volts and it can drive the currents up to 600 milliamperes. It contains internal protection diodes across the motor for not causing any damage to the motor or the microcontroller. So it will use, here we are using the port 2 of 8051 microcontroller as the output port. So therefore it will give the inputs to the motor driver. So its lower 4 pins are connected to drive the two DC motors. Here So the port 2 of 8051 microcontroller are connected to the, so here we have the 4 inputs. So the lower 4 pins of the port 2, that is P 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So these are all connected to the inputs of this motor driver. So this input 1, input 2, input 3 and input 4. So these are all connected to the driver inputs of the L293D. So we will use P0 as an input port, so which is by connecting 2 buttons to its lower 2 pins, which can manually start and stop the motor. So here 2 pins which are provided with the port 0 for on and off the motor. So motor 1 is connected. So here for these input pins, so we are having connections from port 2. For these output pins, so these are connected to, here these input pins are connected to the 8051 microcontroller. So this input 3, 4 and input 1 and input 2. So these are all connected to the 8051 microcontroller. Here the output pins, so which is output 1, output 2, output 3, output 4, output 1, output 2, output 4, output 3. So these output pins of L293D, that is motor driver, are connected to DC motor. So here we have to use 2 different motors. So one motor 1 will connected between output 1 and output 2, and another motor 2 will connected in between out 3 and out 4. So here the 12 volts battery will be used for connecting power supply to the motor, and 5 volts battery will be used for connecting power supply to this motor driver IC. So here this is the circuit diagram which is used for interfacing the DC motor with the microcontroller. As we have seen previously, here out 1 and out 2 are used for connecting for one motor, and out 3 or out 4 are for another motor. Here this in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4. So the 4 inputs are connected to the port 2 pins, and so this VBB and BB, which are nothing but which are connected to the port 0 pins, which are used for on and off the motors. So here we have used 2 buttons B1 and B2. So whenever button 1 is pressed, so then the motor 1 will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So when button 2 is pressed, then the second motor will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So when button 1 is not pressed, so then if the button is not pressed, then this motor will stop rotating, and when button 2 is not pressed, then motor 2 stops rotating. So here this is the working function of the motor 1, and this is the working function of motor 2. Here for the pin 2 and 7 of the microcontroller, if these are 1 and 0, so then the motor 1 will rotate in the clockwise direction, and if pin 7 is 1, so then this motor will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So here see here is this input 1 and input 2 are connected to 2 and 7 pins. So that means here, so the 2 and 7 pins, which indicates that if pin 2 is enabled, the motor is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. If the 7th pin is enabled, the motor 1 is rotated in the clockwise direction. So in the same way for motor 2, so what are the inputs? So here we have 8 and 0, I think 10 it is. 10 and 15. So yes, here we have 10 and 15. So here if the 10th pin is enabled, then the motor 2 is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, and if 15th pin is enabled, this motor is rotated in the clockwise direction. So here this pin 10 and 15 are used for rotating our motor in the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction for motor 2. So likewise pin 2 and pin 7 are used for motor 1 to rotate in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So if both the pins are enabled or if both the pins are disabled, so then the motor will be in the stopped. So if both are 1, if both are 0, motor is stopped. If any one pin enabled, then only that motor will rotate in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So this is the program used for interfacing the DC motor with 8051 microcontroller. So this is the preprocessor directive, and this is the function declaration, and these are the variable declaration. So are the pin declarations. Here the port 2 pins are used for connecting with the motors. Here for motor 1 we are using the port 2.0 and 2.1, and for motor 2 it is 2.2 and 2.3. So next port 0 and port 1, port 0, 0th bit 0.0 and 0.1. So these two are used for button 1 and 2, which are used for driving the motor into either on or off. So for on the first motor we have used the first button. For on the second motor, second button is used. If the button 1 is not pressed, then motor 1 is off, and if button 2 is not pressed, motor 2 is off. And next here, so we are declaring the port 2 as an output port and port 0 as an input port, because here we are connecting port 0 with buttons and port 2 with motor. So here whenever the button is pressed, so then that pin will be enabled, and that pin will enable the motor pin. So then the electrical energy is supplied to motor, which makes the motor to rotate. So therefore, so this is the input device and this is the output device. So that here we need to declare the port 0 as input port and port 2 as output port. So here the port 2 as output port and port 0 as input port. Here if B1 equal to 1, that means if the button is pressed, so then that motor 1 is enabled, and motor 1 pin 2 is 0, which indicates that the motor will be rotated in the clockwise direction. So if the button 1 is 0, which indicates that the motor 1 is stopped, and if button 2 is equal to 1, which indicates that the motor 2 is operated, and if the pin 2 is 1 in this motor 2, the motor is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction. So if button 2 is 0, so then it stops the motor 2. So this is the delay function used for providing the delay in between on and off of the motor, or for providing the rotation on and off of the DC motor. So here in this session we have discussed what are the topics covered in the previous session, and in today's session we have discussed what is the DC motor, how can we operate the DC motor with our 8051 microcontroller, and this is the L293 driver. So this driver is used for providing connections with the DC motor with 8051 microcontroller. Here as the DC motor will drive larger currents for the larger power supply voltages. So therefore these currents are very high enough to connect with the microcontroller, which can cause damage to the microcontroller. So therefore we cannot connect directly the DC motor to 8051 microcontroller. So we cannot connect directly the DC motor with the 8051 microcontroller. So therefore here we need to place one driver, so which is called as motor driver. So in between 8051 microcontroller and DC motor. So that is the use of motor driver, and how can we connect this driver with the DC motor and 8051 microcontroller, and how to interface our DC motor by using this driver to our 8051 microcontroller. So we have seen all these in the present session. Thank you.